There are a lot of things I wish I'd known before I started my freshman year at St. Mary's. Knowing my teachers' behaviors, figuring out how Schoology worked, and understanding how much the cafeteria cookies could drain your wallet would have been very helpful information to understand before I started here. But the top 3 things that no one told me that I'd wish I'd known are definitely freshman year is not that easy, the schedule is not so simple, and that planners should actually be used. Ever since 2010, when my sister started high school, the knowledge that 9th grade is a piece of cake has been drilled into my mind. And it wasn't just her. I had lots of friends who followed in her footsteps and viewpoint. Granted, they all went to public school and things were a little different. I also never ever had homework in middle school, not exaggerating. So, after the first month here, when I'd gotten more homework than I'd gotten in the past 9 years combined, I had to do a little mind adjustment that this year was not going to be that easy. I've now moved past that mindset, but I'm of course still counting down the seconds till school's over. The second piece of lacking information in my knowledge of St. Mary's is that not only do we have at least eight different schedules, we also have handy things called activity blocks. Over the course of 1 year's worth of morning activity blocks, I have successfully remembered and planned ahead for maybe 4 of them. And of course, there was the time way back in September when we had an afternoon activity block, and I thought I was required to stay in the building till 2:55. Not fun. But after that short bout of confusion, I had finally begun to understand the ways of the schedules. And now I can plan ahead for how much time I can sleep in and watch Netflix on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And of course, you can't forget about the good old planners. I've never been a planner person. Always being forced to write every little thing down in middle school and getting it signed by a parent kind of killed the excitement for me. Here are a few pictures from what my first couple of weeks of plannering looked like. Of course, I always wrote down my physics homework in order to get my points. Somewhere around mid-November, however, a strange phenomenon started happening in which I had so much homework that I actually started forgetting homework assignments. I pride myself on a very good memory, so this was a big deal for me. After 3 or 4 of these instances, I decided it was time to crack down and get to my planner. Although difficult and boring, I finally achieved success. Well, as long as I checked it. I wish I'd known this stuff, but really everything ended up fine. I'm sure there's a lot more things that are good to know that I've just forgotten about because I got over them. But I will say, if you have to know something, these are pretty good ones. As well as the one about cookies. Don't buy too many cookies.